Oh man, what is up, brother? Oh man, mom's getting running into issues with this camera's position. All right, here we go. I guess it was way too forward. What is up, brother? What is up? Yeah, I'm gonna continue building the Savage 5T twin engine design by designed and made by Diamantis. You know what I mean? But let me get situated. Give me a minute. Let me I want to go on the live as soon as possible because I want to get all of this thing sorted out and put together. You know? Okay. There we go. Let me see. Is the mic on? Yep. Make sure I make no mistakes. Alright, here you go. I think I was fine how I was. Yeah. I got screwed up. I really don't want to put my back away, but should have prepared myself. I'm always excited. Stoked. How about that? How high am I? Can y'all see my head? Or even my face? Alright, well that's the point, so y'all can see me. Like, oh, my whole me, not my freaking myself and the stuff I'm putting together. Okay, cool. Awesome. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good today, brother. It's getting dark, kinda. Let's see what time it is here. 6:34. 6:34. Man. I was expecting I was thinking it was like 7 p.m. But I'm going to take a couple minutes to sort myself out. I wasn't thinking of going on live, but I found out I was going to work a little bit later, but now. Oh man, hold on, give me a second. Okay, here we go. Now I don't have space to walk through. Hope that's okay. Yeah, that should be fine. So me. Hey. Alright, I'm back. Hey, sorry brothers. I am sorry, but I had a refill and I don't want to be saying, hey, I'll be back, because I won't be back too many times. And I don't even take that long. How you doing? What is up? Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. Um, Here we go. Do I have good lighting in here? No. Lights are on? Yeah, but stop pointing. This one. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, oh, no. Give me a second. Oh, that sucks. I just broke my light. Yeah, that's unbelievable. Oh, oh, okay. Whoa, man, what the hell? Just a second, brother. I'll be right there. Oh, uh, okay, I broke my light. I need more light, so it's kind of pretty dark in here. And I was trying to unplug my light. Fell down. Oh, man. Broke my. Oh, I was trying to fix the position and just move it a little bit, and the whole damn thing fell down. Let me just fix it quick so I can get some light in here. Okay, almost ready. There we go. Yay. All right. Sorry about that delay. Now I'm ready. Now I can see more. Hope you're doing good. Let's let's get this going. So on the last live, oh, by the way, um, I gotta keep in mind some of you don't go on the chat, which is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I like to observe sometimes. Sometimes I'm just chilling, in bed. Like I can't. I can't send messages on the TV, so there's no way of me commenting or joining the chat room, and I just watch, and hit the like. But on my last live, if you were on my last live, or if you're tuning in after this live, well, I'm continuing and leaving, and I'm continuing from where I left off. And let me show you what I did on the last live. I was only able to do 2 things. Okay, were the 2 lives? I can't remember how many lives, but look, I got these 2 diffs put together. Got them put together, and let me just show you. Oh, Lotus, what is up? Yeah, finally. Finally. Thank you, brother. How you doing? Chill. All right, so it's not like if I was expecting anybody. I knew somebody's on the live, but I was expecting to also, hey, I'm right here. What is up? Can I also text when I'm on a different Oh yeah, you can. Oh, nice. Yeah, you were in the live stream last time. Awesome, brother. Look, I left off with the Daves, and yeah, I also did the 3-speed. The RC for us, or RC for me. I can't remember what it's called, but I got the 3-speed together too. With FLM gears. Woohoo! Yeah. Okay, so one thing I didn't do is grab where I put those. Here we go. We'll worry about that later. But let me start. Hope you're doing good today, brother. Oh yeah, shiny stuff. It took me a while to get these things and get them in order, but look, I was trying to go for the whole white, all clear, because I remember one time. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good, brother. And like I was saying, one time, I walked into a hobby shop when I got my first Savage, when I went to go get a nitro fuel, and on top of the table on the counter, on one of the counters, there was a full aluminum, and I'm pretty sure it was a Savage, brother. And even though if it wasn't a Savage, I always wanted one that was all like shiny white aluminum silver. But I guess I'm gonna have some good accents because look, like I said, it took me a while to get this, and I'm not I'm not so new and so old into this thing. I wish I would have never postponed. Like when I got my first Nitro, I had to postpone a couple years. But anyway, when I got back into Nitro, like I just wanted to get a nice little, nice truck right there. All these other ones I could probably give out later once, I have family members that are interested, and they come to me because I've tried pushing some of my member family relatives to like, get into it. Some of the other people that are like almost old as me. So I know that they like mechanics, but they really don't. So that's okay. Everybody's has their own things, but like us, we like to get our hands on some of these stuffs, and I couldn't wait to get my hands on all of this, and I don't have everything yet, but I am going to get to it. Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you for posting the live stream in the Nitro Game page. Thank you, brother. I think I also hashtagged the Nitro Gang. No, HPI. I should have hashtagged the Nitro Gang. But I got what I was looking for, but not really. I mean, like the FLM stuff, yeah, that's good, And let me go up here and get the chassis, because last time I said I was going to show you all the chassis, but I never came up here. Give me a sec. All right. I'm going to grab it just in case I want to keep going. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, I didn't drop anything. But here we go. So, the 5T chassis is like longer than my arm. And, I mean, not the chassis, the vertical plates. The TVPs. And you're going to need one of these to measure one of those, right? One of those chassis plates. So, the TVP measures at 22.25 inch. About 22 inches. Yeah, that's pretty long. And then, like I was saying, these are the extended arms from FLMs, right? And I was like trying to look at it. Look, it looks like, but that's okay because I have there are extensions available. I got them somewhere in there, and I hope it works. You know, I do have some Genesis wheels, and those should look pretty good. You know, it's still gonna look like pretty narrow. You know, like a hot dog. Even though the wheels are extended all the way, because this thing is like two chassis of 21 put together. But you know what would have been cool if I don't know, someday, sometime, maybe I can go from a twin engine to a quad engine, because I'm still thinking about it, but I don't want to think about it too much because I gotta focus on this, and that's what I do wrong. I'm always like jumping into something else, you know. What is up, crazy dad Nitro? Brother, hey, how you doing, brother? Hope everything's hope everything's going good for you, and hope you're doing okay, brother. You know what I mean? And um, I'm out here just, trying to start this, but I want to give you guys an idea of what I've been thinking and going through in order to go through this, because this was the only chassis place that Diamantis had. By the way, I don't know if y'all know him. Maybe I'm pretty sure y'all do. He makes kits for the Savage, so you can put a twin engine. And I can't wait if maybe after this and after I do all my builds, because I'm always trying to do this and do that and jumping from one build to the other instead of like focusing on one and just finish building it. And that's what I want to do, these days. And and these videos, like take some runs, go and show y'all some videos about, show y'all some speeds, some runs, some speed runs, man. I'm having a hard time. I need water. Give me a second. But yeah, that's the plot. That's the plan, and that's my vision. Is to I told Diamanti was like, "Are you sure you're gonna build it?" And I've taken a while, brother. I've taken a while. He was like, "Are you sure you're gonna build it?" And I'm like, "Yes." And I've been lagging it, brother, because I've been getting into the Schumachers and trying to go fast, right? But now I gotta take a break. You know, I already got the 70 miles an hour. If you haven't seen that one on the Menace, I'm like chill right there. You know, now I can take a little break with the Menace because it was in my mind the whole time. I couldn't get it out of my mind. I had to achieve that at least the 70 miles an hour. You know what I mean? And it wasn't easy just to walk by here and look at it and just like be like, why do I have you? That wasn't me. That was my negative me always asking me these dumb questions. Why do you have me? You know? Because my channel is like based on going fast, and my first goal is to go the rated speed each of the blocks have printed, right? And that's my drive. That's what's driving me to do this every day. But then, man, I gotta take a break, you know. And then I don't have a good location. I always have to take my RC with the mentality that it might not come back in one piece, right? So that's that, brothers. And let's get to this. Look, this is the size, and the size, I don't know if it matters as long as it's correct, proportional. But what can I say? I don't know, brother. Look, what I'm trying to let y'all know is that even though I got the extended things, and I think the hubs are 24 millimeter plus. Let me see where they are. Let me see it. Um, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be so much out. And they are the 24 millimeter hex, but I'm pretty sure there's longer ones. I've seen longer ones, and that's what I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna get the longest ones because this thing's gonna be pretty heavy, and I'm not gonna have it to go as fast as possible as I want it because that one-way bearing. I always gotta keep in mind of that one-way bearing inside the three-speed transmission, and keep in mind that it's gonna hold all this weight. You know, when these bearings, the one-way bearings inside these transmissions on all of them, they're all designed. They're all the same one. I'm pretty sure. Here, let me show you all because I bought a bunch of them, so I don't have to keep buying the whole hub and bearing every single time I bust one, but I haven't. I have not bust one. The uh the video I have, the first video I have from my twin engine Savage, the purple one, the one that was all purple. When I assembled the three-speed transmission, by the way, it's all FLM gears in there, and that also counts as weight. And even plus on top of that, the bearings that 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 you got to put in there to assemble it right, those are not like beefed up. Only this one is beefed up. One of them is beefed up because this one comes from RC for us. By the way, I think there's still some. You can get them. They're like about $200 shipped. And that's not bad because it's listed at 7075 aluminum. If you haven't seen them, let me give you a better look. But like what I'm trying to say is that those bearings, you cannot buy upgraded one-way bearings. That's the word. One-way bearings. I don't want to lose you on there, okay? So those one-way bearings, they're all the same. And they're all this size, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Let me get you a Savage hub. And where are you? Here we go. Yeah, I'm trying to get the number for it because these bearings. Where where is it? Anyway, they're the same bearings. I don't have a bearing right here. It's somewhere. But those bearings, they're all the same, right? It's not like if you can get a, like I was saying, a upgraded bearing, one-way bearing. I keep forgetting to say one-way bearing. But the hubs, the extensions, they're going to be extended. And I'm not going to gear it too high. I'm going to probably put like a 55 spur gear and like a 16 tooth or maybe a 15 tooth. And hopefully that's enough to engage the 3-speed. I want to go really as low as possible. But that depends. That depends. Maybe I'll change my mind once it's all built up. But give me a give me a minute. Okay, so like I was saying, I'm keeping account for everything of the weight in consideration. That way I don't have to gear so high and keep busting one-way bearings, right? Let's get this thing open. I'm gonna start with the shock towers. We've all seen it, we've all done it. Most of us. I'm sharing, and I just want to keep in mind. I mean, the reason why I'm saying this is because I like to also get some help from y'all. Oh man, there's so many messages. Let me take a second to read some of these messages. My big old head is in the way. Let me move my tab over here. Maybe not, right? Okay, so yeah, Crazy Dad, thank you for tuning in, brother. It's been a minute since I haven't seen you in one of my lives, and that's okay. The light's on. That's okay, brother. You know, we have different time zones. We have different occupations, and I work graveyard shifts, and that throws me off, with trying to get aligned with everybody. Which it's okay. That's why I randomly choose to like just or spontaneously choose to just go live when I get a chance. So I'm glad you're here, brother. Good seeing you here. This is awesome. It's awesome, brother. That's what's up. Lotus. Lotus was the first one that showed up. Thank you, Lotus. Um, okay, yeah. So I think we got. Oh, and Speed Gears. What is up, Speed Gears? Yeah, I hope this is a great build and I don't run into problems like clearances and bearing sizes and yeah, clearances, bearing sizes, and cross threading. Cross threading. Woo! Yeah. Okay. Let me put this over here where put this out of my way. So I'm gonna start with the like this is awesome, man. I can't wait to see how this thing turns out. Uh First thing I'm gonna do is just set up one of the sets because I'm pretty sure that's the way to do it. I was like, man, how am I gonna assemble this? So I guess I'm on the right track to do it the fastest. I if I'm doing something wrong, just let me do something wrong and just I don't know. But if I get stuck, brother, I hope I'll be looking forward with some feedback, brother. You know what I mean? So Oh yeah, I didn't finish reading the messages. Alright, alright. Speakers 1, 2, 3, how it is. Oh, thank you, Crazy Dad. Thank you, Crazy Dad, for the positive comments, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward. Like this is I gotta get in touch with Diamantis, right? Because this build, my whole the beginning of my my wanting to build this. I don't know how to describe that, brother. But the beginning, I started thinking and wanting to start thinking about what parts am I gonna put, and it was very simple. You know, you just gotta go with I guess what's more available. But in this case, FLM, oh man, like they even also started making parts for the T-Max. I got all those parts, and those were so affordable. But my worry was in the beginning because the parts were really expensive for like FLM parts, kind of like these. Man, I got these. I don't know if I paid too much, but man, I don't even want to say how much I paid, but I don't think they're worth what I paid for because uh, one of these other ones, right, was like a fraction of a cost. You know, like I think I paid like $20 or $25 for this. This one almost $80, right? So for the knuckles, and I started worrying like, how much is this gonna cost, right? But like I said, FLM, they didn't have the 3-speed transmission. This is the one I was waiting and anticipating the most because I had a problem. I was about this close to buy a full Savage that was all aluminum, and they wanted like about $800. And there was one on the auction that I missed out on, but that's okay, you know. And then I went and RC for Us came out with these things, and this was my idea to put first is 2.46s, but they don't fit because they're too wide. I mean, too long, right? And Diamantis made. I gotta get in touch with him, and he made plates where it scoots the engine back so these can fit. So that's what I gotta get into if I want to put these on because these are the ones that I really want to put. Other than that, if I can't put these on, I'm just gonna put something else, right? Some 28s or 32s. But this is the what I want to put on, right? And I know it's too much, but I just want to have it like, you know, not send it, not push it so hard. Maybe I won't even run it. I don't know, but that can change. That can change the moment I put the last piece together, right? Like right now, I'm like thinking, man, I'm just gonna save it. Like I don't sell my stuff. I really don't like to because from the beginning, I always told myself, and what convinced myself, what convinced, what how can I say this? What convinced me all the times was that I always told myself, you're gonna build it. Don't worry. It's not for you to sell it or to try to come up with money. You know what I mean? You know, you don't want to make this a business. You want to make this an experience. And that's what convinced me. Because I knew in my mind that I'm going to build them. And I have. And I've done a bunch of them so far. You know? And it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort too. Because, like I said, it throws me off because I work in graveyards. Yeah, and the billet, like Lotus says right here, he's saying that the billet ain't cheap. No, well, compared to like what you can get, say on eBay, yeah, FLM is like basically it. You know, like like brother, if you're, for example, you're not far off from what you're gonna spend if you try to build an Integi build like I did with these parts. They're practically the same price, right? Integi or this, FLM, and that's the no brainer, right, brother? Like I would not know, but Texas Hill Country told me that kind of like in Tegi, they do not do CNC aluminum. They don't machine it. It's like casted aluminum 7075 or I don't know what, but it's a lot cheaper. And Tegi snaps. You know what I mean? This thing bends before it snaps, right? Um, but I'm just letting you know, brother, from my experience, I'm not here. I'm new to this, but not so new because even some people try to call me that I'm crazy because they think I don't sleep because I'm always posting, doing this and that. But that's okay, brother. I'm just here to give an example, right? A positive example. I can't stay still. Maybe it's because of the coffee or whatever it is, but I like to move, brother. I like to move and I like to do this. So let's get to this part right here. All right. Where did these go? Why am I tripping out? I'm supposed to. Give me a sec. Yeah, they go right here, right? I just can't find the spot how they would go. Yeah, right there. I'm freaking tripping out, brother. I'm like, what the fuck? It's because I forgot. You forget, brother. The last time I did the twin engine Savage with because it also has the hybrid and bulk and diff case hybrid. The bulk and diff case hybrid, one piece together, right? And it was kind of confusing. No, it's not. So this is fairly simple. It should be because these screws are, I mean, it's identical on both sides. Symmetrical. Is that the word? Because you can use either diff front and rear to put them in the front and rear, right? It's not like the T-Max where you gotta have the same. I mean, a different bulkhead. Because that's what I did, brother, when I was building my first T-Max. I bought two of the front bulkheads instead of the front and rear. Okay, so let me give you guys a little view. Oh yeah, you guys did see this already, right? 22 inches, brother. 22 inches. It measures. The FLM kit, the hybrid and bulkhead pack, it comes with screws and it doesn't come with it comes with the screws but without the instructions what size screws go where or even the picture diagram or exploded view. Or maybe I threw it away and I didn't catch it. But I don't have it. It's gonna take me a minute, but let's do this. I'm not putting Loctite yet. I will as soon as everything is done. So nice. Okay, one right there. Right. I can't believe I'm doing it already. First thing I'm gonna do is just measure, check the orientation, man, because this one looks like it's flushed. If it's flushed, yeah, it is flushed. Okay. But how come none of these screws look long enough? That's my question. Why do these screws not look long enough? Incredible. I got this kit from eBay, but also the screws they do not look long enough for the shock tower. What is going on? Could they be right here in the extended kit? Hopefully. You got the man, these things look really beefy. They look really beefy and they should not break. Oh man. Okay. Oh, well, got hot. Yeah, here. This thing also did not come with instructions. Could they have the instructions online? Anybody know? Oh, later, Lotus. RC Fun, what is up, brother? How you doing? Oh, do you have another? Do I have another Savage in reference? Yeah, brother, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Look, I'm looking at these screws right here, and they're not the same. These screws out here are not the same. Short. It's like I'm trying to put a puzzle together, which I'm not gonna try to panic or even let myself start panicking because, like, I asked myself, should I have checked it out and organized myself before I start doing this? I'm like, no, brother, no. I was like, no, let me go on and see if I can figure this out under pressure. All right, look, see these screws. I don't even know if they're for these. Oh man, I got the wrong one. Whoops. Yeah, this is how much of thread I have left. Oh, we can't even see. Yeah, that's just mind-boggling because now it's making me think that these screws are not for this, right? But oh, y'all don't know what's in these diffs. What am I doing? Why am I going advancing? What if I just leave this for later? Because it's not gonna get in the way with putting the arms, right? And I want to see what I have here. These screws came from 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 the diff case, right? So they have to go on the diff case. And that's what's throwing me off because these screws are short. They're not long enough. That's okay, brother. That's that's not okay. Why am I lying? That is not okay. I should have been like, yeah, I got the screws already. All right, so we got the hybrid diffs. And in here, I have the spiral cut gears from Hot Racing. FLM diff case. The inside are, what were they? Hot racing. Let me think. I want to make sure. Oh yeah, GPM. I couldn't remember that the name, the brand. So GPM, like when I bought the planetary gears inside, or the what do you call them, bevel and ring gear in there, inside there, or the bevel gears, yeah, inside the diff. They didn't have the name. They didn't have the brand name. But then when I got them in the mail, it did, and they were GPMs. So those are like really beefy, hardened steel bevel gears in there. Okay, so that's that with the FLM case, and then the spiral cut gears from Hot Racing with FLM drive cups, and I got it. I think I already put Loctite. Can't remember, but it's right here, and this is what's in here. All right, man. I'm still missing a lot of parts, but for today, let's let's start this. Start. Okay, so one side, one side. That's that. Uh, Give me a sec. Yay! Trying to get my hinge pins. All the other stuff. I seriously, this is what's going on. I seriously thought this thing came with hinge pins. I mean, yeah, right? Pivot hinge pins for the arms, but it doesn't. Like, what the? But I do have some, and like I said, I'm gonna put everything together, and then afterwards I'm gonna Loctite everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and put. Oh, unless I want to. I already have my. I'm gonna have to take it from here, man. Okay. All right. Here we go. I gotta put this aside because on that Savage I have titanium hinge pins. Like I really thought this thing came with hinge pins. Oh, that's so unfortunate. It's throwing me back, brother, and I'm getting not concerned, but I wanted to move forward smoothly. Right? See, these are the ones I'm talking about, the hinge pins. And I really did thought I was really hoping. Well, I thought I saw them in the package when they came in. They don't. Oh man, this is gonna be not so good. Let's do this. I gotta go on FLM. FLM machine. I'm trying to think twice about me challenging myself to do this without going on. Let's try. Let's try. And if not, I'm not gonna call it a fail, but it shouldn't be that difficult. Um, okay. Here goes the first one. Man, I'm gonna make a mess. Oh man. Unexpected, brother. Unexpected. I really didn't expect this, but yeah. Give me a sec. I gotta make some room. This one. I'm still not familiar with my Allen sizes. That's crazy. And then, oh man, well, that's what we want for that. Thought it was a, what is it, 3 millimeter? But before I strip it, whoa, whoa, did I put Loctite? Oh man, let's see. Why is it so tight? Yeah, I did. Oh man, that's okay. Gotta put all this. If you haven't seen the video of this one, oh man, it was it was cool, but what am I saying? But it was awesome, man. But it could have been better because I made a lot of mistakes. I didn't have this wheelie bar at the time when I took it out for a run. And then the second time, once I came back and I put the wheelie bar, I noticed that my gears were stripped. They were gone. They were like out of this world from the weight. And that's another thing I wanted to mention that these gears, I don't know if it's because I had it angled wrong or I don't think it came loose or you know, but they they are sharpened up. You can see that how sharp they are. Oh, here, let me bring it closer. I could cut myself with this on the top. See that? And that was from a little run. There we go. And what threw me off, is that, well, I don't know if the clutch bell gears also went bad, but they don't look bad. Like, they look used, but they don't look as like sharpened up like this one. You can see it in the shadow, even. Huh. But yeah, if you haven't wanted to go see my video, I will show it again. I mean, I want to do a better one because I did that with my phone. And then on top of that, I knew that I was gonna have to redo everything again, and it kind of gave me like like to procrastinate, and then I just kept on procrastinating until I need parts from it. So I'm gonna use this probably for. All right, that's that. It was a blast. That was hard shit to turn on. You have to, because it's a single tank. You know, it's more recommended to have two tanks. I don't remember if Diamantis told me that this Savage is a single tank or dual tank, but I'm gonna try to put two tanks. Oh, let me do that. Yeah, this is nuts. I wasn't expecting. I thought like I thought it really did come with hinge pins, man. But I'm not complaining. You know, I'm not complaining. I don't think they have even hinge pins available for the Savage. But this was my setup for the first twin that I built. Also a Diamantis kit. Carbon fiber shocks, which did not hold when this thing tipped over. I didn't have a body for it, so the body post got caught when it tipped over. It did a wheelie. If you go see on the videos, like one of my first videos, it did a wheelie and then it got caught from the rear body post and it made it flip forward. Like that's how fast it was going when it wheelied. So it wasn't going that fast, but it was going fast enough. So the rear shock tower post, body post would get caught on the grass and make it flip forward a couple times. And when I looked at it, I was like, ah. So I told myself, maybe that happened because they are RC dampers or some Chinese, inexpensive parts right here, this body post. But if it was even stronger, it would have completely cracked the shock tower. You know what I mean? So that gave it a give for bending. And I'm like, what was I thinking? I was probably having cotton mouth, and like I remember the beginnings of the videos. It's so fucking nerve wracking, and it's difficult. I'm barely getting used to it, which is awesome. Yeah. All right, I got that off. Get this off. I got these in eBay. They're like about 30, 40 bucks. They're hinge pins, braces that will not allow your pin to pop out, which are pretty cool. Also, I remember RC 420 or 1000. Oh, brother, I can't remember 100. I can remember you changed your. But anyway, I say it because some of you might know. Well, might know that he changed his name and what too. So He's the one, yeah, get some Alzas. I was gonna get some Alza Racing because they are much better and it comes with the whole kit. Also to put the braces in there. And I didn't get those. I got those instead because I was trying to be cost effective. um, where did I put this stuff back? Am I drifting away? Am I tired? No, I can't be tired. All right. Oh yeah, I was gonna clean this stuff, but why am I gonna clean it? Look, look, I still got grass from it. It's been sitting there. I should have washed it off. But I don't want to do that, brother. It's too many aluminum parts in here. Then I could get into the threads and then just start. Luckily, right now, the prize is no rust. Whew, that's good news. How long did this one take me to put together? I should have put it together on the live, but at the time, I was barely. I think I can't remember if it was my first video. I want to check. Now that I'm talking about it. All right, here we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, I already reached 100 videos. That is awesome. Okay. There it is. It was 1 year ago. No, right? No. No, no, no. 11 months ago, brother. Oh, it was awesome. It looked so clean when I put it together. But was it functional? Um, the shock tower made it questionable because Diamantis even told me don't put it on there or it's not gonna fit. But for some reason they told me it's not gonna fit because I made it fit because these are I can't remember how I can't remember what it was. I think I can't remember. There was something wrong with it, with the fitment too, because they weren't thick enough. Oh yeah, thick enough because these shocks will not mount on that unless. I mean, there was something interfering. I can't remember, but I can't recall. No, let me just move on. All right, so this hinge pin does not look titanium. That makes me question: should I keep going? Because titanium should be a little brownish. You have a little tint to it, right? Okay. Okay. Here we go. Um. Let me compare it with the other ones. Yeah. I can see a little, like, oh, you're not gonna be able to tell. Maybe. Yeah, it is. Because look, the right one looks a little more white, like um shiny, clear, white, reflective, kind of like silver, right? And the other one has a little bit of bronze in it, like brownish. Oh, oh man, that's horrible. I'm a horrible displayer. But there you go, right? My hands. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Yeah, because I remember when I bought them, and they weren't even expensive. They were like $20. $20 for the whole set of hinge pins for a Savage. That was that was good. Okay, one. Got those two. How many hinge pins do you have? Oh, come on, Evan. Uh, Is this the same too? Oh yeah, yeah. This one's a lot white and more reflective, like kind of like a mirror, like like silver. Not silver, yeah, silver. Um, Stainless steel. It looks like aluminum, like the color aluminum. Oh man, yeah. They're just different colors. You can tell a little bit. Like I don't know if that camera did the justice. Okay, so two. Then I'm gonna use these. Good thing I took it out. What else do I need? Yep. Um, I need this one for reference. Oh, whoa, whoa! There's two more, brother. Then these ones. What's going on? So I gotta pull it out. Bam, bam. Nice. They all should match the same color, brother. I'm trying to make sure that's the case because of the indication that hey, there's something missing. There's always something missing. Okay, I don't need these. Is that it? Yeah. Here's the front of it. Oh. You ever try to cut a zip tie and accidentally snap the servo? Oh, why no, man? I read it so many times. Oh, whoa, man. And not just that, I always like end up puncturing my own hands. In other words, stab myself on accident. Oh man. Okay. Why is this so complicated right here? All I gotta do is get this out of the way. But then I gotta move all this. I think I'm gonna use this receiver. I don't think it's anything special. I used to think it was like some kind of limited edition until I saw this stuff right here that was like, this thing is hydro dipped, right? So I'm like, but it looks cool. Looks awesome. Personally made. I'm pretty sure they didn't like start selling them. Maybe they did. What I'm gonna do is, yeah, take the whole thing. Then this. Receivers. I went crazy on this build when I was building it, and one time I did go like 15 hours. Like 12 hours, bro. That's a lot still. I can't wait to get it, going. When I did, oh man, the waiting game to go to the park the next day was freaking crucial. I couldn't freaking wait. Um, I convinced my daughter to come with me so she can help me record because I still couldn't get the point of like just buy a camera mount. Like it felt so difficult for me and impossible to just mount a camera mount on my remote. And then I always wanted to go with the GoPro on my forehead, but it got in the way. I couldn't concentrate. The best thing to do for me to record was to come up with this. Like put them out on the thing and then just pretend you have a radar gun all the time, like a cop. And you just track it. You track it, and then if you need to look back for cars, because I'm always like in the middle of the street, right? I'm like this, right? And I'm like, right? Because every time I would move my head, like I would look at myself. I always tell myself, man, you're obsessed with yourself because you always look at your videos. No, I always look at my videos and watch them because I want to see if I'm improving in my you can say grammar, because it's kind of hard for me to speak. But hey, I've seen a lot of proof. But anyway, look, yeah, that's the point of the whole time having it like this. So I know it's stationary, and I'm pointing at it, or when it goes by, I can look real quick on this side if it's clear because I'm doing a run from one end to the other, right? So I look clear, and it gives me so much like it's the best. I'm not even gonna say anything else. It's the best way to record if you want to record speed running or anything and you want to cut down on the edits and do a straight shooter, right? Because I've gone crazy with the edits and I don't want to do any simple edits. That's going to take me like an hour because the last video I edited took me like 5 hours. Like at the beginning, it took me 8 hours. It took me a couple days. Um, 8 hours together. Then after that, I started getting faster. But I never got faster than the last time. Well, I don't think I'm gonna get faster with the phone, like compared to last time, because if I do it any faster, it's gonna come like in a rush, and it's not gonna be as good. That's what it's gonna say. I'm not gonna see anything. It's gonna throw me off. And I'm sure it's gonna throw some off that notice it, but it's all in my head, It's not really anything important that I should be worrying about, but I'm trying to push myself to the point where I can make my life easier because every time I get some money to spend to buy parts, I always buy parts. I mean, to get some money and buy a computer, I rush and I get the parts that I need. Like, for example, these parts. And a computer would freaking just from my expectations, a computer would do so much good, and then plus I'll be able to learn more than I could with just the phone. And I would have. I'm sure I'll get more access to more software and programs that I can use that are simpler than the ones on a phone, right? And yeah, it's the best way for me right now is just to go out there. And plus, I want to give you the real deal, right? Like I don't want to crash a couple times and then be like, uh, that would break me down. I'd rather show you how I break down and then recover myself. That way, you'll know that it's part of something that we all go through. You know, it's not something someone can master because, man, to go fast, it just takes a simple mistake. Not even fast, brother. I'm saying, like, to go in the middle of cars, all it takes is anything, brother. It can ruin your day while you're trying to go and have a good day, right? But like I've said plenty of times, it's not going to ruin my day if I'm going out there because I already know what I'm going out there for. What am I doing? Why am I stuck with it? Oh, man. Is the other one first? But yeah, I like the challenge. Oh, that's one again. What is going on? That is nuts. It's giving me a hard time. So I had three servos on this. The brake servo is separate from from the throttle servo. Oh man, he's like, I'm gonna have difficult time. Look, look, just leave it on there ever. Unless you take the hinge pins out. Right? Oh man. Hold on. Um, where are those? Breaking loose. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't need to take that one off. At least I want to get one complete. I mean, the front one, so I can be at ease and already know what I need to do, right? And not push this. I mean, what am I trying to say? I'm only gonna have like enough time, and then plus, I'm hoping that I can complete one. That way, I can go to work at ease. You know, with zero worry. What's that word? Without being like bummed out that I didn't get it together. At least one, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, man. Why did you break chirping my game? Oh, whoa, whoa, brother. A few more. I think the FLM front skid plates are cheaper than the Integi front skid plates. I might be mistaken, brother, but it's like a, you know, And these do they seem CNC. They look like they're CNC, but um whoa whoa. Okay. I'm missing. What am I missing? Holy moly! So I thought I had the FLM skid plates with it. Savage. Does it? Do they have? Did I get them? Do they have any listed? Now I'm thinking, do they have any listed on FLM? What the? Whoa! That is. Oh man! I probably didn't buy them. Or maybe they don't have any. Let me check. FLNmachine.com. Whoa. Oh, it's not FLM. It's Fast Lane. HPI Savage. They have the 7 skid plate extended. Whoa, whoa, what? We don't really have them or what? Not that I'm worried. I'm more thinking like I hope I didn't have them because if they have them here and I don't have them and I bought them, I mean, yeah, they don't have them, brother. They don't have them available on the website. Why am I missing? Looks like I'm missing. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this thing, I can't believe like there isn't that. I mean, I don't know if the screws missing, but I can't believe these didn't come out. No, just they're so easy to just take them out. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Um, I didn't break the diffs. I did rebuild them completely, but they didn't break. I was expecting them to break, but you know what did break? I mean, almost broke. I'll show you in a sec. Because you gotta keep in mind. I mean, I'm hoping that the FLM drive cups are are robust enough or strong enough for not to break apart. Not take that yet. But look at that. You see that? The drive cup starts eating it up as soon as you start punching it, and that's because of weight, and then because if you have any play there, or if your axles if your axles are like that in that orientation, I mean in that angle, oh man, if they're high and at that angle, you know the axle, the drive shaft, they're not straight. Like you see how they're downwards? That's why you gotta have CVDs because these dog bones, if they're in that angle, oh man, let me get my flashlight because I'm not comfortable showing you what's I'm trying to show you. Oh man, if I can't see it, all right. You see what's in the angle, the drive shaft right there. If it's not straight, it's gonna cost a lot of wear. How? By that dog bone going in and out, right? Because right now it's stationary at one axis, like when it's rotating, right? But then that axis, like from it going in and out the drive shaft, that's gonna have the movement when it's spinning. But the dog bones. Let me see if I can get another. Nice. Why don't I just get a dried dog bone? Oh, I don't want to start looking for it. It's gonna take time. um. Oh yeah, I do. Man, I'm pretty. I don't think I'm tired or but something's throwing me off. That's okay, brother. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. Let me. It always happens. It always happens. It's a struggle. Um. Spiritually because it's a we can say it's a we're in a spiritual war. When they say we're at war, we're saying we're at war spiritually, and all these things just it's hard to stay positive being surrounded and having a lot of thoughts, intrusive, not intrusive thoughts, but like we okay, here's a good example. All right. So when it's at an angle, right? You see that drive shaft, the dog bone? When it's at an angle, it has to like kind of like move it. You see how it's moving right there? The dog bone right there? This thing. Watch this right here. Oh, sorry. Watch this. The pins. The pin drives. That's what I'm talking about. So watch the pin drive. You see how it's moving? In and out when I have it upwards like that. I mean, the constant velocity drives, that's why they're called because it won't throw it off. But you see how that has to move in and out, in and out? That causes wear. And not just wear, there's like, it's trying to rotate like according to the rotation of the drive shaft, right? That's also another like something that could cause it to fail. But for now, we're just sticking on having the angle like that, right? You see how it changes there? So that causes wear, and then from where it's gonna cause play, like there, right there, and then from there, every time you hit it, hit the throttle, like full throttle, like from a standpoint, it's gonna bang or hit hammer it, right? And that slowly it's going to cause this big old thing right there, and especially with weight. Right. Not only that, but kind of. Excuse me. Now that I got that out of the way, that's the reason why it's important. But for monster trucks, it's only makes sense. It only makes sense that it's high enough, right? But that's only if you have CVTs that aren't going to cause this type of damage, right, throughout time. And the heavier it is, also the worse. And then not just that, it's oh, what am I doing? It's gonna mess up the one-way bearing. So let that being that problem, I guess. I mean, keeping that in mind, I'm gonna have to not gear it so high and not have it so high also off of the ground because I have these dog bones. They're dog bones. They're not the FLM ones are dog bones. So that's very important because otherwise you'll be replacing them every once in a while. Okay, I got that, got it. We getting it, brother. We getting it. Yeah, we getting it. We gotta get it. Hope y'all liked my last video. Um, what is that? Yeah, I am. I'm. How can I say it about the skid plates? I'm not going through a rough time accepting the fact that I don't have them because I really thought I did. Oh man. Here I say I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. All right, y'all. I have to go wash my hands. And I see dirt right here. Oh man. Excuse me. So I was thinking of, I really did wanted to buy those Alza Racing hinge pin braces, these ones, but they look like they're actually built like machined, right? From a piece of aluminum block. Think that maybe will do. I don't know if these are for the tough vertical plates. Um, on FLM.com machine, there's like these that are the tough vertical plates, and they're the other ones for the skid plate braces. And I didn't know the difference, so now I don't have them. But look at this. For some reason, I had some hinge pins. Wait, it don't even matter. Anyway, I had some hinge pins in there, but these are not. See, I knew I had these. I knew I had hinge pins, but good thing. I mean, I'm not saying, hey, it changed my mind. I should have never pulled these out. But no, brother, I have to because it only makes sense to put titanium on a Savage 5T, right? You know? So, not like if it would matter, it's still gonna break a piece if I crash, but it just sounds better, right? It makes me feel more secure. Yeah. And I am gonna put these on. These are Monster Kings. But I might change my mind because look, everything is good. Everything is not like I'm trying to go all out here, have the baddest build, but it has to make sense, right? It has to make sense because it's a Savage 5T. And it has to make sense. That because Diamanti was like, just build it stock, off of stock parts, and I couldn't do that, right? If you agree with me, hit that like because I couldn't do that. I could not like just build it off of the stock parts. He was telling me it just but I just couldn't. I had to pick up selectively the parts, pick them out and select them from the finest, from the finest farms, from the finest manufacturers, right? And we got FLM. I don't have these. Oh man, this is just gonna make me think twice about this thing, but this is what I'm gonna do instead of trying. Oh man, these are like, I don't even know what those are for. Oh man, I would not know what. Oh man. Oh. Woo! I gotta go look for some pictures. Brother, give me a chance. I did not do this in my own time. Not because I wanted to do more time on here, but just to let y'all, uh, come here with me. It's like if you were here. I can't give you the best moments. I gotta give you some rough times and complicated times. All right. So I'm gonna put fast fast lane machine Savage. Savage XL build, right? Images. Extended. Wait, we're talking about the extend. Oh, yes. Please give me a good picture. Oh, that is not the same one. Oh, here, I gotta show you all what I'm looking at. Right? Okay. Fastlane Machine, Savage XL, Extended. Oh, wow. Oh, right here. Okay, that doesn't help. Oh, this is not going well. Let me not panic. Ooh, and then those are all the pictures. The rest of the results might not be what you're looking for. Yeah. That's all we get. At least I can see how those screws go. That is awful. Okay, I'm getting something here. Now I want to know where those standoffs go. Um, yeah. Okay. Wait, this is for something else. Yeah, this is Savage right here. So, is this a Savage? Yeah, it is, right? Transmission's right there. Okay. I don't see where those standoffs go because, oh man. Okay, this is a Savage. What in the? All right, anybody in the chat can tell me while I put the rest of the part. But these are for right here. I just need to know that so I can ease my mind. Here we go. I'm gonna put the front one first. The front one, my rear diffs have 1 million. Oh yeah, 1 million, brother. We're dealing with 1 million right here. So I'll do the rears first because they're easier. I don't think it matters which set you put first. But for my rears, I'm gonna have these Expedies, and yeah, they're both identical. Okay. Oh, I didn't go back to the chat room. Is the chat on pause? I haven't seen. Let me check my phone. Hope it didn't glitch and freeze. That's okay, brother. You can sit back, relax, and watch me struggle. Okay, so here is yeah, that's where the brace goes. And not have a brace. I'm thinking of using these, right? Because I have a lot of these. So all I gotta do is just grind it down. Or maybe just leave it purple for now. Because it might look good, you know? I don't want it to be all like, because I do have one purple accent plus the extended axles, right? The extended axles. And it might look good. But I'm still going to order those ones from FLM. They're like $7. Which you should get too, brother. No joke. Okay, so I'm going to use my Savage over here for reference. You gotta like probably build Savages every day for a certain amount of time in order for this not to forget. But it's fairly easy. Super simple. It's difficult. Where's the logo? I know there's a printed logo there. Gotta be visible, right? That's one of the keys. One of the things. So we'll do that for starters. The other logo in the same direction. Oh no. What? That is crazy. So the logos do not go as oriented, right? Because this piece goes in the rear. Yeah, they're all the same. So the logo is, one of them is going to be facing down. Right? Oh, is it dirty? You know what kind of problem I ran to? Hey, what is up, Texas? You know what kind of problem I ran to? That I put the steering link on top, and it's supposed to go on the bottom, right? Because I didn't know that, and I think that's one of the, I don't know. It didn't cause damage, but still it was wrong. It was set up wrong, and this second time around I gotta do it right, and I am doing it right this time, and I'm gonna make sure I'm putting it together, which is fairly easy. But the thing is, there's a lot of confusion after you stop and you're working with other things. Am I giving out excuses? What is up, Texas? How you doing, brother? What is up, brother? How you doing? Hope I hope everything's going good. Okay, this brace. It's not too bad. That's for sure. Oh, yeah. No, this is a brace that goes somewhere in here. It's not this one. Oh, dummy. You're right here, though. Oh, they're not even. These are not even it. What? This one goes here, right? Now I gotta play the guessing game. Let me. Oh wow! Oh wow! What the? Give me a second, brother. Yeah, I am missing some. Hold on. This one goes in the rear. That was in front. screws down, but these holes are throwing me off. These holes line up with the hinge pins, or what about the other ones? Oh, that's what's throwing me off. Fuck, man. Check it out. Man, that's what's throwing me off. The diff case, has some dimples or nipples. What can we call those? These things right here. Right there, looks like a wart. So that goes in. They go in here to line up on this hole, and then the next hole is for the hinge pin. I mean, no, the screw, and then that one's for the hinge pin. And these don't have it. They don't have it. So it's throwing me off. I'm like, what the f is going on? Alright. Well, if I knew, brother, it wouldn't have taken me like so long to. Text says, what are you up to? Did y'all get a chance to burn some nitro today? Because I had to force myself not to. Well, kind of. Because I wasn't going to have enough time going to live. And I wanted to make this, I want to make this a habitual, not a habit, a routine, a frequency, something that I would do continuously on certain days, like one day video, the next day a live or something real quick, get prepped up for the next video. But I don't want to go more than 3 days without doing a video, brother, because I want to warn you. You get into this stuff and you get more involved with this and you get to a certain level and then you start doing it and force yourself to do it. Kind of like if you want to work out and do 50 push-ups a day or go to the gym every day, you're going to have to start slowly, and then you're going to have to start like going every week, and then twice a week, and then later on that time, after a month, 3 times a week, and then later 4 times a week, until you start going every day. Once you get the frequency of going every day, if you stop one day without going, you'll get depressed. And they'll suck. They'll suck you up. You'll start freaking like, ah. And you won't realize it until you find yourself doing what you've been doing. You'll feel abnormal. So, just to warn you. Right? I get depressed. You know. I don't know about y'all. Texas says, oh, he says he didn't get a chance to. That's okay, brother. There'll be another day, brother. Another day to, burn some nitro. Hey, would you know FLM kit? The FLM kit. I got these braces in the on the arm. Would you know where they would go? Because I don't. Right? That's pretty. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, yeah. Anybody in the chat, let me know, because it doesn't make any sense to me. Nice. This thing has a lot of there's other things right here that I wish I knew. I wish I knew what it was. I wish I knew. I wish I knew what's it for. Man, brother, why is this so difficult? Look, didn't have the dimples. It didn't have the instructions. But hey, I guess what can we do? I mean, Is there a manual online? Let me check. I haven't checked. Uh, quite through. Let me see. I don't want to go into a panic mode, brother. No, it sucks. And then the embarrassment is like 5 times more greater than if you were right here by yourself. Just, all I gotta do is say, shake my hand and just go and take a seat or research the damn thing, right? How to put it together. But then I'm in the live and I don't want to disappoint y'all. Well, not really. It's more me, It's more personally that I must get this thing, at least this view run complete, so I can go to work in peace, right? Calmly, like not worry, because it worries me and it ruins my sleep. It's like the stupid movie. What was that? Oh, I can't sleep. Gotta do it. Gotta get up. Because look, you gotta know if you don't do this now, you might not do it tomorrow, or might like I don't know, brother. You gotta do it. I just gotta get up and do it. And I'm having a hard time right now because now, I mean, I thought it was gonna be relatively easy, but it's not. It's off, and then there's all these screws that don't make sense. They're not long enough. Um, I could have watched. There's plenty of videos, but I wanted to. I don't know what I was thinking, but I guess I'm not turning back. I'm not regretting. I'm not regretting that I should have researched how it goes together, because that's what my channel is about. Bringing you to the, bringing you with me with the to the, bringing you with me, experiencing step by step. So these braces, I don't know why these braces are here. I guess they do go in there. Oh, that's the one I was looking for. What? And there's one more missing because there's one that goes in there, right? Check it out. That was it was throwing me off too because I have these two damn braces. Oh, I have these, right? This the one that only have 2 holes, but these go on the top of the other one, the top of the right here. They should, right? But these are the ones that I was like, where the are they? They gotta be somewhere in here, and here they are. Okay, this is nuts. Does this go upside down? Let me see. Savage XL. Savage XL. Oh, come on. Tablet. It's not participating. It's not being a, a good volunteer. Okay. Savage XL arm. I just need to see the way these hinge pins go together. Oh, man. Okay, so they do go downwards. Downwards it is. Yeah, I was afraid I was putting them the wrong way. All right. Brother, that is crazy. Now look at this. What? So the arm goes right there. These are right there. Oh my god. Oh man. That is nuts. I'm not liking myself right now. Okay, let's keep going, brother. Sorry to give you that confusion and negativity and like if I'm going to like no, let's do this. Let's do this. So worst of the worst, I could just take it apart, right? Do it again. But that's what I get. But I guess it's a good thing because sometimes I like to not overdo things but push myself. Um, so that will go there, and I'm just going to the screws. They're the correct length. Correct length. Now, okay, I just confirmed that this thing right here is from the bottom of the skid plate that holds. You know how you have the plastic and then there's a aluminum plate. That aluminum plate goes in there. So that was throwing me off. Oh, sorry, let me just finish. This. Here it is. I just want to get the rear set and look at it and admire it and share with all y'all because I can't wait, can't wait. Okay, that thing one. So you get these if you just join me. You get these on eBay. Just put Savage HPI Savage XL brace. They should pop out. How long is this? All right. That's not gonna do good, right? Oh, whoa, whoa! We chopped out right there. What the? Whoa! What if? What if the screws we get from the diffs? I mean, the diff case and the bulkheads. Bulkheads. What if these screws are in here? Now put it. So not so good screws, brother. These screws are not like per se. These are grade. They're great. Check it out. They're great. Yes. I'll zoom in. Zoom. It looks like a yes, right? Or maybe it's upside down. Alright. Or ye. Let me confirm that. No, it says yes. Okay. And then they're 3 millimeter, brother. Man. Oh. Where is. Oh, wait. So I'm just gonna snug fit them, right? Oh, that feels a lot better, brother. It feels like it's, it's. It just feels more pro, pro-like, more greater quality. Oh man, it's looking good. I saw the guy in the post in the Facebook group. He's like, I was doing my Savage and I just created that bot from Transformers. I can't remember what it was. What's the name of it? It's pretty funny. All right, let me get back to the chat because I can finally breathe, brother. You know what I mean? It was it, it was it was it was it was tough. I had a tough time, but I got through it with all of y'all. You know, sometimes I ask myself, why am I doing it live? Why am I doing this and that? Why? And I think it's because of you all. I think all of you have some sort of play into this collectively. Meaning, you wondering about if I'm gonna ever do this, it's gonna make me more want to do it without me knowing why until I tell myself it's because of the collective. Because collectively they're pushing me to do it. And it feels normal. I might be wrong, but I don't want to be wrong or right. So I'm kind of stuck in the middle, like what the fuck. But I like it, even though if I was wrong, even though if it turned out to be that it's against my will, I would not mind. You know, it's cool. I would not mind. Be like, all right, cool. Okay, I'm gonna leave these because the other little longer ones did not fit. Topped out, bottomed out. All right. Next, now we can move. Uh, Speed it up. Tatiana. Speed it up, Tatiana. Here we go. I'm not going to. I'm just gonna put them on there, right? Just fit them. There we go. So that's all the way in there. So that should be a good indication that should be fine from there. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you doing, brother? Don't forget to put the other nut. This one I'm just gonna put all the way in there too. You and me, baby D, nothing but mammals, so let's do this on the live in my higher velocity channel. No, you and me, brother, let's do this HPI 5T on my higher velocity channel. Oh man, I should have written it up. I should have written up something first. Hey brother, as soon as I get my computer, I'm gonna start making my own beats. So don't judge me or ask me, hey, where'd you get those beats? You know what I mean? Cause I already I got an FL Studio account, but I never really did get into it. But I did get something into it, and I usually like playing uh, um, fast beats like trance, right? Because just to let you know, trance music is not for trans people, brother. Like for say trans, right? Transsexuals, right? It's not for transsexuals. The oh, what happened right here? Why is it stuck? Oh no. What? This one wasn't like that? Oh yeah, it is. It doesn't come out. What am I doing? Anyway, like I was saying, music trance, brother. The music trance comes from transcend. To transcend your your um your thinking. So to let you know, music is you because you are frequency, right? So music is you, and they use music plus the lyrics, whatever's in the music, to make you think and turn you into what you're listening to. For example, all these the rap music, they play some music. It's like hijacking your mind, and then secretly with the lyrics, now that you're in tune with the music, with yourself, in a different, uh, uh can call it plane of existence, maybe. That when you are music instead of a human, oh man, is this thing stripped? And it's another form of you, right? Music. So once you connect to music, they put lyrics that sometimes you do not put any attention to that will go into your subconscious. So if I'm listening in the background to some music, well, if there's some kind of music playing in the background and I'm not paying attention to it, it's still going to get recorded in my mind because even though I'm bopping and I'm just hearing the beat, like, and I'm not paying attention to the lyrics, for say if I just like the song because the way it sounds, it's going to turn me into the song, whatever the lyrics are. So playing music like trance, it would not interrupt your thinking, and you can turn trance into anything because it would be like a way to amplify your thinking, right? Like I'm listening to trance, and then I'm having this thought about how I want to build a savage, and then that thought is gonna happen. It's gonna manifest, right? Faster. Instead of listening to some gangster rap about how to procrastinate, I'm not gonna pay attention to the words, and then later I'm gonna find myself procrastinating. You know what I mean? So it's a tool, just like marijuana. It's a tool to amplify your thought. And listening to music with words is just gonna turn you to be like the singer or whatever he's singing about, right? And that's why I want to just play trance because trance is music and it will not interrupt your thought. You know what I mean? Because if I put rap and then the song is talking about some kind of hate or something that's gonna throw you off, it's gonna make you think certain way. It all matters. The music matters. That's what they use music to shape you. and it matters. And it matters so you can attract the type of audience you want to attract. So depending on the music, it's gonna be the people you attract, right? So if you use trance, you don't have to worry about attracting like certain type of people because it's like a universal um, music, anybody can connect to. If it's the also the tunes that they like the sound effect, like the stylus or whatever they use to make trance music. Right. Let me put this. So yeah, transcending, transcend. And ever since I noticed, I used to listen to techno. I was more into house, deep house, but that was more like chemically inclined to you had to be high or drunk or something in order to enjoy that type of music, right? But with trance, you can just chill, have it in the background, and it will just um, it'll pump you up, motivate you and give you energy. So I'm just letting you know, my music, my videos is gonna come in transcend, also help transcend this hobby to the next level because like I was saying on my last live, we can't have the same type of activity going on, like TNR, man, they're over here doing the thing, the movement, trying to make new things, right? YouTubers, they got to do new things, right? They can't be videos from the past because the kids are used to quick, flashy, and intriguing music. They're used to listening while they scroll or whatever the trend is. That's why sometimes you'll hear me. Like the other day, I redid one of my videos with one of those trendy songs. And I do like to do that just to get it out there and have it grow, brother. Hey, what is up, off the guy? Have it grow a little bit better, have it sprout, and it's gonna benefit us all. Like FLM, FLM. I saw a post about how there was this guy saying that he had to talk with FLM, see if they can get some parts for the T-Max, for the E-Max, and it happened. And that happened after, I noticed it, but I got my parts. And I was looking on buying parts for my twin engine T-Max and spending over, but I can see, I can admire my FLMs, and I am, because I'm going to have a Savage, FLM Savage, and an FLM build T-Max. These go the right way? Don't know. Let me check. Oh, this is still okay. Savage. I don't know what I pressed earlier to find. Oh, it's not FLM Fast Lane. Yeah, you want to make sure you put Fast Lane. Is that the case with me right here? No, I'm getting a different. Oh, brother, give me a chance. Okay, Savage XL Fest Lane Extended Arm Instructions. That's what I put earlier. Now, yeah, that is nuts. What I want to know is what orientation to go, and the pictures are not popping out. And I'm pretty sure that has to do a lot with the internet of how it's trying to make me mad, per se. You know, it's pretty suspicious. You know what I mean? But look, now it kind of went to something else and threw me off. But this should be right there. I saw this one earlier, completed. No, it's not. And I can't find the one that it is. Oh man, I'm just gonna go with this. Let's check it out. Once I put the part, I know how it goes. Because it has to be straight. Only, what is up, brother? Oh man, I just got bit by a mosquito. Ah, brother love. Look at this. You can tell how they go over here. So the the one that sticks forward always goes outwards. So this goes, the one that sticks forward goes outwards, back. What is up, Oli? How you doing, brother? All right, awesome. Good to know you're doing good. Hope everyone's doing good in chat. Um, oh man, trying to make this happen, brothers. You know, it takes a lot of time, especially when you don't have the instructions. Whoa, whoa, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I'm going to, you know what I need to do, because FLM doesn't have, oh no, never mind. I thought I was going to have to wait for this drive cup, the center drive cups, but I haven't. I have it on the other one. It looks bad, like bumped up. And I need to go get some heavy duty ones, brother, because if it didn't hold with that one, brother, you know what I mean? The TVPs are a lot heavier, and it's gonna be awful. More weight, the less speed you get, and the less wheelies. Nah, I'll tell you, your drive cups get obliterated. It's all fun, brother. Man, it's so fun to see these things just rip, and rip. You know that on I should have taken that on the dirt road because that grass was just it was slipping. And I should have had that wheelie bar. Yeah. Let's get those drive shafts. Where are you, brother? Man, these things are beefy. They're beefy. Makes me want to put them on the front, but I don't need hot dogs. These are freaking heavy. That accounts more weight, brother. It was more weight. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? And then I do have to remove. Good thing I'm only doing the front ones. Gotta remove my axles from here because oh, these are good. Oh, nice. Yeah, they're like super good. Anyway, I'm gonna need almost everything from here. The whole axle and probably this stuff right here. Maybe I'm gonna use 17 millimeters, but I gotta use the sand wheels because they're a lot bigger, and it would only make sense as a monster truck. But I'm not sure yet. But I do need those axles or the hubs. Um, got that. Yeah. Take them off. Take them off. What am I waiting for? Wait, I don't have to take it off, man. What am I doing? Do I? Yeah, I do. Come on. Might have to take them off because I don't see these screws on. What could these be for, brother? Man, it's throwing me out so bad. Then this thing is wrong. It's not even fitting right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh says, who says that? Rugged RC. Oh, man, this is... Okay, those go there. This is for mi raza. Yeah, man. Okay. Um, tomorrow I'm gonna go out there and get the Traxxas Fortec run with 25%, brother. So tune in. I mean, yeah, tune in my channel tomorrow. I should have it uploaded um by nightfall, right? Night. Oh man, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Yeah, these are not the same as any other Savage. These are super long. If you don't have these, you can't put those 24 millimeter extended hubs unless the kit, because I bought some and I couldn't put them on because it didn't have these. Watch, where to go? Oh, that is awful. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, over here. Alright. Another breakfast. See these are nuts with the Allen thing right there. So instead of having, I don't know what others were used. Oh yeah, these things for extended arms. They'll be longer, way longer to reach thread. I suppose that's what it is. But then now you put on the hub. Yeah, I think it doesn't change how big it is, how long it is. I think it would just be deeper. So you gotta have this. I don't think it has to be any longer because it's just gonna slide in there until it catches on the thread, right? Where did it drop? I want to put this on. Let's put that at the end. Am I gonna use the same bearings? No, I want to use new ones. I'll save those for those. But but I really don't want to use new ones. I'm gonna check these because the new ones, this one's isn't going so fast, and I'm not gonna use it so much like when I use this other one. But then I remember how to press them in this thing, so don't want to deal with that, brother. Changing my mind back and forth is something I usually do because man, so many times I had to go back and redo, or like I would mistakenly put the wrong part at the wrong place because most of the parts look like they're similar, always different lengths. All right. Oh, the berries. Jeez. Uh, Here we go. Bearings, I do not know what size they are. You're gonna have to excuse me. I don't know them by the top of my head. I might give you the wrong size of these. Um, which ones are they? What are they? Do, 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 do. You gotta press fit these? Yep. Nope. All right. Let's do this. Oh, shit. Oh, jeez. All right, so there's a big old gap in there, and I'm wondering. We need a. Oh man, that is not good. I'm just test fitting, brother. Look, not test fitting. I'm gonna reassemble everything. But check it out. If you didn't know, there has to be some inner washer, not inner washer, like a spacer. You put in that gap to bring together the bearings from the inside of the inside there. See that space in there? Oh, let me get my flashlight. So that space in there has to be filled with the spacer. I don't have it. Because that could shit up. It could. I didn't put them on the last freaking thing. You know? I learned my lesson on the Schumacher. Because once you tighten up the nut, the other one, it's gonna force them. It's gonna push them together. There's not gonna be anything in there, so they don't bend, right? Oh man, let's see if I so happen to have something for it. Whoa, whoa, whoa! And these bearings here, 8 millimeter, right? 8 millimeter spacer. I don't have one. So 8 by something. Because I might be wrong, that might be not necessary, but hey, look, it could be part of the plan to make you spend more money. Uh, Not to be paranoid over here or talk out of my ass, but I don't think I've seen an instructions that tell you got to fill in those gaps in between the inner diameter of the inner ring of the bearing, the inside part. Put this around, it didn't fit. It's like this one too. It didn't fit here either. Oh man. Wait, what? That was wrong? I put it on wrong, brother. It was right the whole time. Or maybe I took it out to correct it, but I still put it wrong because I was looking at the wrong way. I was thinking where you put these in is the front. But the front is on the other side. This is the rear. Quick little deviation. Another one, brother. It doesn't stop, brother. It does not stop, and it's okay. Like I always tell myself, ever, you can't have it that easy. Nah, nothing's easy. You can't break the rules. You gotta be like everyone. And that's how I feel. It might be my own dumb ass, my own self thinking, weird. But anything over there? Oh, there's more hinge pins. The ones on the hub, axles. Look, they're fairly easy to get out. Yeah. This can have yeah, but those are different. Those are for the fronts. No, but this comes with yeah. Yeah. I was like, what am I doing? I know they Nitro RC blog. What is up, brother? What is up? How you doing? Hope you're doing good, brother. Thanks for joining us, man. I'm over here trying to do this. Oh man, dude, the light. I'm trying to do this without instructions and kind of like figuring out the first puzzle, your first 100-piece puzzle, or whatever. How many pieces this is? Nice, nice. That's what it is, brother. It's always good to, and it's always good to, do lives, but it could be better if we all agree. Like I was telling Texas, we should all agree that way. Because I had a hard time choosing from your vlog or it was a nitro addiction. So I was jumping back and forth, and but the next live that I saw you, I think I woke up this morning and I saw you again on the live. But I was on my way out and I hit that light and I had to go. I don't know what the hell I was doing, but came back so tired, woke up, and bam! I had this in mind since yesterday. So if I'm thinking about it really hard enough the day before, I'm not gonna have a good day if I don't start doing it. I'm gonna be pretty much miserable. But yeah, brother, I see you too, brother, and it's finally good to meet you. Because I watch your videos without like wondering, because it's always like I say, it's always good to show your face. That way you can connect more with the person and understand them. Otherwise, sometimes you become a little judgmental because you're just thinking and wondering. And since you're wondering way too much sometimes or always driven the wrong way somehow, um, you kind of just do some dumb guesses like pretending to like kind of know how the person is, and then you get to like for me personally, I enjoy people. I enjoy people. I enjoy showing my face because I feel like y'all will have a better understanding of me, right? You know what I'm doing because I talk a lot, brother. I talk a lot, and either I talk a lot or maybe sometimes I don't talk, but that's because I'm trying to shift my mind up high again because so many. It's like I don't want to try to describe what it is, but it's like I'm not bipolar. That's one thing for sure. You know, I do my hardest and I fight every day to stay positive. That's what I'm trying to say. Because the negative is just too attractive. It's, it's really hard to avoid. But now, I'm speaking of myself like before. But now I feel more of I feel the drive more of wanting to get in contact with everybody. You know, and then also that's why I like also giving out those shout outs. Not shout outs, but like I like to hear when people um shout out my name, not because I want the attention. Well, sometimes yeah, maybe once or twice, but not too many times, right? But I like it because it makes me feel that hey, look, I feel connected. You know, it break the ice, or you know what I mean. Make that connection of the brotherhood, that final connection. Okay, let me get back to this. Um, the never opened this. Never opened it. Talking, I misplaced my blade. But I'm on it, brothers. I'm on it. I gotta get on it. I gotta get on that high road. I gotta be on. Well, not really. I'm trying to say I want to be on the list of one of the legends, right? of RC Nitro, because that's like the what I'm into the most. That's that makes a part of who I am, you know. Because I could be into other things, but I'm really trying to find that full connection with builds, with the build, because sometimes it could be like unmotivating, or like because it's too challenging, or it could be like it's too much, or man, I'll wait for that later. But I remember that's why I hopped on this one, because I remember when I did the other one, the purple one, I was on it, on it, on it, on it. I felt that drive. And lately I haven't, but maybe because I think to myself, am I pushing myself too much? But nah, it's the fucking coffee, man. I'm drinking too much coffee. And it, like, it makes it a little bit difficult, you know? But I'm on it. I'm on it. I gotta be on it, and I gotta climb on that bus or on that plane, because once I'm in the air, you gotta really kind of force me down to land. You know, I would only stop like right now. I'm gonna have to stop as soon as it hits 10 o'clock. Then I gotta go. I gotta go mix that dough and buy some more parts for Bill to unfold. Brother, one day I'm gonna come up with the nitro, like for a Savage, kind of like Nitro Mike does or RC King does. Do a do a yeah, brother. The RC blog says, nah, brother. Like, I don't want to read your comment out loud, but I know where you're coming from. You know, I used to get a lot of like, I'm not gonna call it hate. I'm gonna call it insecurities, or false participation, right? Because it's kind of like I started thinking about like when I started, you know, being in the like when I joined Nitro game, I used to put my post, and they used to like they gave me they called me one time. They called me the version of Adam Drake, um, the version of Adam Drake cracked out, a cracked out Adam Drake. And it was pretty tough, brother. It was pretty tough. You know, all these like negativity, but then I realized these people are probably scared, confused. They they don't get you. And I didn't want to be the person like from a Facebook group, and that's one of the reasons why it motivated me to show my face. Not to scare you, because I want you to know, hey, look, if you mess with me, I'm gonna, because, you know what I mean? Not to scare anybody, right? But to kind of like, because I kind of figured out, you got to be presentable. And being presentable, you can make alliances or friends. That's why you show up. You got to show up to important places, to casual places, right? You got to show up presentable, but not in the like. I'm not talking about being clean. I'm talking about presentable with like my face, to show you that, look, this is me, and I'm not hiding behind, and there's no need for me. And that brings in a more like, because my objective is to bring everybody together. Is that wrong for me to think? My whole life I had friends that were enemies, you know one time my buddy saw that one of my buddies was not his friend, and we were outside and he came at us, hopped out with my other friends that he was with a freaking baton and and a crowbar, and fucking they were gonna jump him because they knew he was there. And he wasn't cholo, but they were into the gangs, and my friend was just there from school, right? And they were from my school too, so they were my friends too, but they were from a different school, so they happened to have some beef somewhere else, and they were going straight to him with the thing, and they broke a baton in my arm, and it didn't hurt, and I never felt the pain, never got bruised. And throughout my life, I realized that that was an act of righteousness. And hey, could have been a miracle, could have been something supernatural that you activate when you do something kind of like positive, right? You know, you defend someone, you pick up strength from who knows where all of a sudden, right? To defend that one person that's being attacked or harassed, you pick up guts and whatnot. Okay, this thing's good. I'm gonna put you out. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to think positive here with this, with what I'm trying to achieve. You know, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll tell you straight up. I want everybody, all of us, to get along. And I'm not gonna lie. I started on the wrong foot with Nitro Gang. I was like trying to be competitive and bring everybody down because I thought my builds were cooler and more attractive, more whatnot, what the hell, whatever I was thinking about. Even though that was the case, even though everybody thought that was the case, either way, it wasn't gonna do crap. It was just gonna be, oh, that's cool. Okay, move on, right? Kind of like when you scroll on your phone with these shorts that you watch, right? Because you'll keep scrolling until you find something that you like for like 10 seconds, and then you move on because like it got old, because it's not hyping you up enough. Now I'm not trying to approach that here, brother. Only told me that Rick Ross, not Rick Ross. I can't remember what the guy, some some painter. He was really famous with painting. Bob Ross, is that his name? Bob Ross. He would paint and just pick up pick up people that were interested, that were really interested, that weren't there to wait for some kind of rush, like destruction. But look, like I said, I put whatever's out there, and I want to put it that way. If I'm out there and I crash or something happens, it's good for my growth and for the growth of the community. Because more people are going to be aware that the fun comes out of building it, not going out there and running it all the time, right? Because the best build you've ever had would be the one that you struggled the most to put together, but you didn't stop because you wanted it complete. You wanted to have it done. It's not the same thing of going and buying a brand new. Like you'll know, y'all know, for those who haven't gone to the point where you gotta buy all the parts individually, from different companies, like that. You'll know that once again, if you ever push yourself to this point, it's so much fun, So much fun. I think so. Oh man, I forgot to put the thing over here for using all my brain power. But yeah, that's what's up, brothers. That is what's up. And I'm glad y'all are tuned in right now because hey, I don't think I need more coffee just to accelerate myself. Think I can take it chill now. All right, where's my drive shit at? Because I'm drifting away, slowly drifting. And then we took that. Here it comes. Yes. Uh-oh. Give me a second, brother. I am losing parts here. I. I'm losing parts and I can't find my Allen wrench. That is unfair. I have another Allen key. That's not the point is there. Why? Why is it happening? I mean, I know because I'm dumb, right? Misplacing shit. But I've done this a lot of times enough to be like, why? Nowhere to be found. Oh, it's on the ground. Did I ever hear it? Nope. Okay, I found it. Give me a sec. I don't want to move this stuff. 1, 2, 3. Maybe right there. 4. This thing is gonna get so much harder once they start putting the vertical plates and whatnot. It's gonna be like, oh my god, you know. Imagine right now, I'm having this time. Like this table's not doing me big favor. Okay, I better have that thing complete as soon as I sign out. I'm not gonna be comfortable, like I said. Nitro RC blog. I wanna see you I wanna see you launch that Savage to the moon, brother. You know? Hopefully you got your servo fixed. Whoa. Hopefully you got your servo fixed. Because those servos, oh man. Get it. What servos? thing do I have? Let me see. Um. Oh no, I have a diff. I don't have the stock servo. I have a aluminum servo horn, and my brake is separated. I have a third servo for my brakes only. Oh yeah, those engine mounts could be pretty weak. All right. Um. Oh. Whoops. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So I have not put. I'm gonna get this stuff out. Oh, okay. I lost one of these standoffs. Oh man, that sucks. Be somewhere in here. Oh, found it. Yeah, I found it. Uh, okay, get through this. Take them out. Y'all see this? Yeah. They give it to me. Came. Uh. Oh. Yeah. I see the questions. I'm glad I didn't have to like start doing something else because hey, I had the mentality to come in and put this together. So here we go, and you keep it. So I'm doing it. Keep on rocking. Check these. These are good. They didn't really get so damaged like the center ones. It's always about power distribution, and the roughest ones are the center drive cups, the ones that suffer the most. All right. So I am going to do a video edited on YouTube after I get everything together, right? It only makes sense. The other one, the purple one, I didn't do that. I was I didn't do that, and so yeah, I don't think I want to put the 17 millimeter ones. Oh man, no, Oh no! What? Okay, I think that's it. No, 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 that's not it. Oh man. I forgot that I already had these things on. I was about to go take them off the other one. See, that's what happens. I don't like getting it for no reason. Here you go, look, check it out. Yes, right here. Hey, it has to go here. Because if it doesn't, you still we're gonna have problems. So it only makes sense that everything looks flat. Because I don't have the instructions. But orientation, there's it's tapered right there, so only makes sense to use the flat against flat. Flat against flat, right? And right there, all we're gonna do is just put these 4 screws, and then I'm gonna call it, brothers. Y'all been great, and thank you all for coming by. It only it only makes everything so much better. Um, flat, is this tapered? Are they tapered? I don't think they are tapered. Yeah, that's weird. They look tapered. I'm gonna use the tapered ones. I'm gonna double check it though after everything comes together. Yeah, it's questionable. I gotta look into what screws actually go on here if they're provided on the kit because they look pretty short. Ay, ay, just throwing me off. There we go. Long, slow process, but oh man, it doesn't look so good. Shout out to all of you that have your builds already, even if it's an EMAC, Savage Flux. Please don't cross thread. I am not putting so much into it, letting it glide. All right. Um, these things go right here, right? Somewhere. That's that. Got that complete. That looks neat. Super neat. XPD, FLM, Hot Racing, GPM. How's that? How's that, brother? How's that? Like, you know what this reminds me of? The Power Rangers. Would be like the Falcon, right? But it's part of the monster truck. Right? You gotta know our bodies are like the Power Rangers. It's put together by a lot of a lot of things that make all the animals. Basically, if they were to make all the animals, they would take a piece of our behavior and put it in each animal, and then take a piece of our body and put it and make it in the natural forest, in the natural habitat, right? Like the trees and stuff like that. So everything around the world that exists, we have a little bit of it. And the Power Rangers tells you that, you know. And the world is color coordinated. It is, because there's a reason why everything uh, that sex sells is in red. That's why the devil is depicted in red. What I'm trying to say, everything is color coordinated. And this thing is the closest to white, you know, the color white. Or silver, you know, like the Silver Surfer, galactical. But what I'm trying to say is that, you know, we exist in a certain manner, and like we are part of everything. You know? So if this was the bear, and then the middle is the cat, and then we got the dogs, then we got other parts that makes the whole T-Max. I mean, Savage. But yeah, brother, this thing looks awesome. Man, I gotta get out of here. I have to go. Therefore, whoa. Therefore, I gotta go. Yeah. Look, um, what do you call this thing right here? I think it also comes with braces that you can put here. I might be mistaken. But man, this thing looks awesome. It looks like a transformer. Like a little bot. That's right, brother. Thank you for joining me. You know, hopefully I have a better, easier way to put these on fronts. It's not the same. And I might come back from work. You know, it's not gonna be a tough time, but I might come back and go on live because we got viewers worldwide, brother. You know, as long as even one person tells me, "Hey, we're over here in England watching you, brother," I'm like, "Yeah." You know what I mean? That's what's up. All right, brothers. Thank you all for joining me. Y'all stay up. Don't stay up all night. No, get some rest. And let's do this and keep on doing this. You know, not every day, but whenever we get the opportunity to burn some nitro. All right, y'all. Have a good night, brother. Thank you for joining me. You joining High Velocity. Y'all have a good time. Peace. Oh, it didn't close.